distinguished guests on and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to be with you this morning for International Conference of Jurists. And the subject chosen by is the need of the hour, because terrorism is the greatest problem which we are facing in these times. In different parts of our country have witnessed acts of terror that have claimed innumerable lives. These dastardly acts have permanent scars on the survivors, not only on their bodies but on their minds also. The strategy of these agents of terror is to commit extreme acts of violence that draw the attention of local populace and the government and the world to their cause. The terrorists plan their attack to obtain the greatest publicity, choosing weak targets that evoke sharp reactions. Recent incidents of terrorism are marked by meticulous planning well in advance and use of advanced technology which is difficult to detect by law enforcement agencies. Rise of such incidents pose a significant challenge that will define the way we will lead our lives in the coming years. These acts have the potential to derail our progress. While we make long-term plans for comprehensive development of our nation, the engines of our economy are stalled by widespread and meaningless violence. Our single most important responsibility is the safety of our people. This responsibility is threatened by the extremist ideology aided by advanced in technology, but we want our citizens to know that we will be using all our resources, our strength, ability and power to defeat this threat. The governments have already started working towards the goal. We are providing necessary resources and training to our forces, not only to defense personnel but to internal law enforcement agencies also, and to equip them to handle emergent situations. We are developing military and intelligence capabilities that will help us prevent such attacks. We are improving our ability to protect our borders and prepared for any future attack. We are seeking international collaborations to strengthen our hands against terror. We are and will have no stone unturned to keep our people safe and secure. And in this attempt of ours, we solicit the assistance of you, the jurists. Your acumen can help us intensify our efforts, fortify our stand, and reinforce our fight against terror. We can use your assistance to build a robust system that can give a befitting response to acts of terror within the parameters of law. The legal system should no longer be seen as fragile and ineffective. It must consolidate itself and send out a strong message to the world that no act of terror would go unpunished. The case of Ajmal Saab is a final example in this context. But all this we must do within the confines of the Constitution. It is a Constitution that we owe allegiance to in our zeal to protect our country. We must not go overboard and we should preserve our most fundamental values. These are values of justice, freedom, liberty, equality, fairness and dignity. Without these enduring values, our anti-terror law could be susceptible to misuse. This value must be given paramount place and cannot be compromised even in the most adverse of circumstances. We are under constitutional obligation to protect and defend these values. We also affirm to safeguard our human rights. Often people believe that dogmatic adherence to the human rights is dispensable in case of crimes against humanity. But we must not forget that it is these values that contribute to keep us safe. It is these values that help us replace tyranny with the rule of law. They are demotivate the injustice or disorder and destruction and replace them with the resilient institutions. We believe that the terrorism can and must be fought within the rule of law and the human rights framework. Repression, injustice and supersession of free speech make us less safe. These measures help the enemy in creating hatred against us and also diminish the support that we can get from our neighbors. I conclude by saying that the time has come that we must put an end to this menace. We must join hands to root out the problem of our homelands. Let them know that we shall not allow our innocent citizens to fall prey to their evil design. The state will deal with the terrorists with an iron hand and we shall restore peace and harmony in our motherland. In the end, I must congratulate Dr. Adish Aggarwala for his monumental efforts to put this event together. Dr. Aggarwala and I have been friends in the past several years. My father, late Shri Ranveer Singh, was a member of Constituent Assembly and member of Parliament, and Shri Harish Chandra, father of Dr. Aggarwala, were closely known to each other, and as such our childhood was spent almost together. Dr. Aggarwala is a reformist to the core, his agreement with the human rights and his passion for creative synthesis in law often leads him to convene such events of great relevance. Such conferences help to shape legal thought and practice. They aid the development of innovative ideas to solve the problems that plague the society. I hope this deliberation will result in our brighter tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You have rightly pointed out that we cannot transgress the provisions of the Constitution in our zeal to combat terrorism. Ladies and gentlemen, we now proceed to the much-awaited part of the event, that is, the presentation of International Jurists Awards and the National Laureate Awards 2013. These awards have been instituted to recognize and honor the efforts of those extraordinary jurists who have made unique contributions and have excelled in various fields of law and justice. I now announce the names of the awardees, and I would request Dr. Farooq Abdullah, Union Minister for New and Renewable Energy, to kindly give ladies and present the awards. Award 2013 for Legal Affairs is awarded to Dr. Hadef Al-Dhaheri, Minister of Justice, United Arab Emirates. Dr. Hadef Al-Dhaheri for Legal Affairs. He has been instrumental in catalyzing socio-legal reforms in the United Arab Emirates. He is a visionary statesman who has influenced many world leaders with his contemporary philosophy and outlook. The International Jurists Award 2013 also goes to Honorable Mr. Justice Y.K.J. Yuen for Administration of Justice. He is the Chief Justice, Supreme Court of Mauritius. The award is for his outstanding contribution to fair and efficient administration of justice during his distinguished judicial tenure. He has made a lifelong contribution to the cause of justice. Thank you, Madam. The International Jurists Award 2013 is also awarded to Dr. Tun Shin, Attorney General of the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, for public international law. For his erudition and vast experience in practice to public international law, business law and constitutional law, he is credited with his unflinching support to the constitutional principles and safeguarding the constitutional rights of the underprivileged sections of the society. Dr. Tun Shin. We now proceed to present the National Law Day Awards. Honorable Dr. Justice N.K. Sharma, retired Judge, Supreme Court of India, for Administration of Justice. National Law Day Award 2013. In recognition of his sterling contribution to the machinery of dispensation of justice, he is known for his unimpeachable integrity and his extraordinary ability as a judge, which has served as a source of constant inspiration for all. The next awardee is Dr. Brahm Avatar Aggarwala, Secretary, Ministry of Law and Justice, Government of India, for Legal Affairs. For his recognition of his deep involvement and clear articulation of principles that catalyzed reforms in the policy of state with regard to legal affairs. The next awardee is Mr. Mohan Jain, Senior Advocate, Additional Solicitor General of India for Tax Laws. For recognition of his dedication towards the study and practice of taxation law with special focus on excise duties. His endeavors as a senior law officer have also helped in shaping the contours of judicial scrutiny of executive actions and have strengthened good governance. The next awardee is Mr. Siddharth Luthra, Senior Advocate, Additional Solicitor General of India for Criminal Law. In recognition of his unparalleled contribution to the practice of criminal law, his efforts have advanced the science of jurisprudence on the subject by seeking to balance the rights of victims of crime with those of the accused. The next awardee is Mr. A. Mariyar Putam, Senior Advocate, Advocate General of Sikkim for Constitutional Law. For his erudition and exceptional advocacy skills which have significantly contributed to the development of constitutional law in India, he is conscientiously engaged in the maintenance of the highest standards of the professional ethics. Mr. Mariyar Putam. The next awardee is Mr. Arun Mohan, Senior Advocate in Civil Law. He is being awarded for his unique achievements and leadership in the practice of civil and commercial laws. As an accomplished lawyer and an expert on the subject, he has displayed a fine example of professional practice performed at the highest level. Mr. Arun Mohan. The next awardee is Mr. Rakesh Munjal, Senior Advocate for Arbitration Law. For his pioneering work that has significantly contributed to the promotion of mechanism of alternate dispute resolution in India, he has set a benchmark for professional excellency by his devotion to the subject. The next awardee is Mr. Gurdeep Singh for legal education He is the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia National Law University. In recognition of the pivotal role played by him in improving the standards of legal education in India, he has canvassed for change and has made an unwavering pursuit of innovative approaches to the teaching and research of law. Dr. Gurdeep Singh. The next awardee is Mr. Amarkant Pandey, IPS, Inspector General of Police, Central Range, Bangalore, for law and order. In recognition of fearless efforts to combat crime in service of the country in the police profession, Mr. Amar Kumar Pandey. The next awardee is Mr. Dilip K. Niranjan. Is Mr. Manoj Kumar Singh. Mr. Dilip K. Niranjan will receive the award on his behalf. He has been awarded for corporate law. He is a partner of Singh and Associates, Advocates and Solicitors. For his unique contribution to the field of corporate law and bringing India's corporate law international standard, the award goes to Mr. Manoj Kumar Singh. Mr. Dilip Niranjan is receiving the award on his behalf. The next awardee is Mr. V. Giri, Senior Advocate for Civil Law. In recognition of his devotion to the study and practice of civil law, his exceptional dedication, hard work and excellence have aided in furthering the understanding of concepts involved in civil law. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dhaheri, Justice Minister for UAE, has brought some mementos for our distinguished guests. He will now present the memento to Dr. Farooq Abdullah. Mr. Dhaheri will now present a memento to Mr. Bhupinder Singh Hooda, Chief Minister, Haryana.
करेंसी तो लग रहा है।